Good day guys, welcome to Trendy channel. So in today's tutorial, we'll be looking at 6 mistakes of graphic designer, 6 expensive mistakes that graphic designer has been making this while, and this mistake has become a big reason why most of them are failing in their graphic design career or their graphic design journey. So watch this video to the end because the number 6th and the number 5th is very important. As a matter of fact, if you listen to the number 1 to number 4th and you didn't pay attention to number 5th and number 6th, then this video will only profit you a little of what you're meant to get. So quickly, welcome to Trendy channel. In this channel we'll talk about, this channel was designed to help graphic designers to grow as to get to the peak of your career and also to grow as a graphic designer. So we've created a WhatsApp group, which the link has been dropped in the description of this video. So you can go into the description of this video and join that WhatsApp group. There we can answer any question. If you have any design you want us to make tutorial on, that's where you also get your request and also pay attention to some of the things that is bothering you as a graphic designer. So let's just go straight into the video of today. So one of the mistake that graphic designer make while designing is using too many fonts or using too much fonts. Now I've made a video on how to choose fonts, the right one to use. So if you're still struggling with fonts, so I think is a decision that you made, because if you check, just go into this channel, check the list, you will see a lot of videos that have covered that area. Now if you're using, a lot of us are fond of using too many fonts while designing, which it has actually affected our graphic design career. Now the minimum fonts that you need to use as a graphic designer is 2 fonts, while the maximum is 3. So in subsequent times I'll be making video on the family, because font has its family. So the font that you need as a graphic designer, I'll be making video of that, so expecting that. So while you're designing, the minimum font that you need to use as a graphic designer is 2, while the maximum is 3. Anything that is above 3 or 2, then you're doing something wrong, or you're doing something that is not according to the principles of graphic design. You know, a lot of us use too many fonts, especially when we are doing birthday design, church flyer design. We just use fonts the way it pleases us. We don't pay attention to the information that we are trying to convey, which is very bad. It will affect us a lot. It also affects your career, especially when you're working with a company that has its own brand, has its own style of designing, has its own font preference. It will really affect you if you're working with company like that. So the second thing that we do as a graphic designer is what? Ignoring hierarchy. Now as a graphic designer, you're not just designing just to earn money, and you're not just designing because your client gave you something in written format and asked you to put it in a visual form. No, as a graphic designer, you are a problem solver. You are in charge. You are the commander at that moment. You take the lead. So you be the one to direct the eyes of your views. Now hierarchy simply means placing details in respect to their importance. That's using size, which has to do with what? Using size, and also increase, which has to do with what? The increase, the using size and also increasing some things. Now if someone should view your design, what is the first thing that you see first? This is the importance of hierarchy. The first thing that you see first, what is the main aim of designing this thing? Now in church flyer, most times we can use hierarchy, can play out in terms of theme. It can also play out in terms of picture. There are some designs that once you see, what you see first is the picture before the theme, and some once you look the design, what you see first is the theme before the picture. So you be the one to direct the eyes of your viewers what to see first. Now if you design and all your details are in same size, exact size, then that design is not professional. that design is not giving. So learn to place things according to their importance. Let hierarchy play out in your design. Then the number 3 is using low quality image. Now, even when you're designing for a client, if a client sends you an image that is low quality, you can request for another image that has high quality and say, okay, you know what, this image is too low. If there will be any replacement or any other image, I would really appreciate, in a polite manner. Then if there's no other image, if there's no other image, then you can as well work on the image as a graphic designer. And though I have made videos on how to enhance the quality of image in this channel, so just check the channel, you'll see video on how to enhance image. So stop using low quality image or using image that are watermarked. There are some image you will download from Pinterest and some of these websites, and you will see some write-up on the image. Some of us go ahead using those image. No, image like that, once you see it, you leave it. Then the number 4th one is inconsistent branding. Now, some of us, even when we are building our own personal page online, we use different colors. If someone should see your design and say, okay, this is designed from so and so person. Now, if you check my thumbnail has a particular color. It has a particular this in pattern. So if you should see my thumbnail anywhere, you can, okay, I've seen this thumbnail somewhere. This is Trendy Swoods. This is Trendy Swood on this scene thumbnail. Please guys, sorry. This is Trendy Swoods on this scene thumbnail. So you should know how to brand what you're doing. Then the number 5th one, like I said, is starting class early. Now, as a graphic designer, a lot of us we are so much obsessed with this feeling of starting class early while learning. Now, some persons have not really gotten to that level of hosting classes, and because of the drive of money, because of the urge to make money, just because of that feeling, let me just feel in charge, just to support our egocentric nature, we start classes. And a lot of the things we are teaching is some of the things that we are even struggling to learn. So you just pack people, take money from them. Now your motive might be sincere, you might be sincere in your motive, but at the same time you've not gotten to that level of hosting classes. It will really affect your growth because your attention will be divided. It will affect your growth, your attention will be divided. You're trying to meet classes this place, and at the same time you're trying to learn what you will teach your people. So pay attention to yourself first before you can start teaching people. Much you have is much you give. So if you don't have, there's nothing you will give, and it will struggle yourself. It's just like trying to kill two birds with one stone. No, focus on yourself first before you start any classes. Then the last but not the least is promoting your brand at the expense of your client's job. Now, there are a lot of us that details will be given to us for we to design, and some of the details will not be clear simply because we just want to maintain that our brand style. Now, a client gives you a job and say, okay, this is how I want my job to be, but you know that if you design this job like this, it will affect your brand in terms of posting. So what you do is you prefer your own brand than your clients. No, I know there are some clients that are really stressful, they are worrisome, they are just problematic. But in a situation like that, you give them what they desire. And if you feel like the thing will affect your brand, then don't post it. There are a lot of jobs I have in my in my phone that I have not posted. It's not because they are not good, but I knew that if I should post this on my page, it will affect my brand simply because of the request of the client. So what you do is you satisfy your clients, and if the job will affect your brand, then don't post it on your page, but give the client what he or she requested for. Like there are some clients that you will design for and they will tell you, okay, I want you to put live lion, I want you to put raw fire, I want you to just put those things for them, but don't post it on your page if it will affect you. So guys, this is the end of today's tutorial. Please kindly subscribe, share this video with your friends. See you guys in my next tutorial, and don't forget to join our WhatsApp group so that we can help each other.